Another Eden's new Premaya ACAS. What do you use it for, and is she worth the pull? It's David Wowee. How you going? Here are my first impressions and mini review of Premaya ACAS. Thanks to Best Boy for answering a bunch of my silly questions. If you saw my super member video, you would have seen my latest Premaya ACAS pull. The original Premaya Alter was a thunder and water piercing unit who could also activate piercing flash dance. Silver Strike Another Style, or Premaya Alter Another Style, or Premaya ACAS serves more as a thunder team tank and kind of decent damage deal that can awaken whatever stance there is. But there's one big thing about her that's got people bothered. I'll tell you what soon. Anyway, let's check out her skills. One of her new main skills is called Secure Protection. It increases everyone's physical and magic resistance by 30% while reducing the enemy's power and intelligence by 30%. And here's where her gimmick comes in. Premaya ACAS has this passive called Overcharge Stacking, which is the biggest reason why people love and hate her at the same time. Basically, whenever she's in your front line and you do another force, she gets one stack of this thing called Overcharge. For each stack you get, all of Premaya ACAS' stats increase by 30 and she'll get max 180 to all her stats, which is great, but since you only get one stack every time you do another force, you can see why this will take ages before you reach her max potential. On the plus side, if you use a decent thunder team, you can pump out another forces frequently. But if we're looking at another force every second turn, for example, that'll be more than 10 turns before she's the best she can be. I think I did the maths right. If I got the maths wrong, never mind. Now let's go back to the skill Secure Protection. Each time we get an overcharge stack, the buff and debuff effects of the skill increase by 5% up to a maximum of 60% with 6 stacks. So essentially, you double the original toughness and you double the original power and intelligence debuff the skill puts on your enemy. On top of that, when you've got 6 stacks, everyone's max HP is also doubled. Then you might be thinking, oh man, these are great, but then the skill only lasts for one turn, this sucks. But here's the twist, she actually has this passive called Turn Start Secure Protection. What this does is, if Premaya ACAS has at least one overcharge, at the start of the turn, she'll instantly set the skill Secure Protection. So now, instead of you needing to use up a turn and even a skill slot on Secure Protection, it just works automatically at the start of every turn, as long as you've learned the skill and as long as you've got a stack of Overcharge, which as we've discussed, you can get by doing another force. You can also get one for free if you Stellar Awaken Premaya ACAS, but more on that later. Her other new skill is called Multi-Beam, which is a decent 3XL thunder attack that you can use as your spam attack. It doubles your another force combo gain, and if you have an Overcharge stack, it does it all over again at no MP cost, and it will further increase your another force gauge. Its damage also increases based on your overcharge stacks and even gives her overcritical if you have 6 stacks. This converts her from being a semi-okay defense unit to an also decent attack unit, but once again, it takes a lot of time to unlock her potential because you only get new stacks when you do a bloody another force. The next question you may have is, should you Stellar Awaken her? It's not necessary, but I would Stellar Awaken her if you truly want her to feel like a tank. Her Stellar skill, Triple Barrier, gives a 70% damage reduction barrier to all your mates, and during Stellar Burst, she does your multi-beam skill, you get Lunatic Mind's Eye, and if you've unlocked the Stellar passive, if your team is majority Shadow, everyone gets a 1500 HP shield for one turn. I originally thought this was a pointless skill as the best thunder teams in the game are currently light characters, but Best Boy reminded me that you can actually use Premaya ACAS in all kinds of teams like crystal teams. You don't necessarily need to shove her into a Thunder Element team. Her other passive also gives you one overcharge stack on turn 1, saving you one full turn of obtaining those stacks. So if you want to max her out for one turn less, this could be another reason to Stellar Awaken her. Now the question is, should you pull for Premaya ACAS? If you're a Premaya fan or if you don't have any version of it yet, maybe, especially if you're a new player and your Thunder team is incomplete. Her auto defense passive can be useful, but even so, be aware she's nothing broken, so don't expect something amazing, especially since you need to wait a bunch of turns of another force for her to reach her max potential, and realistically, most of your battles shouldn't last this many turns. But as I said, if you're lacking that tank, especially a tank in your Thunder team, she could be worth your time. If you already have Awaken Another Style, and even a Palika to some extent, you may want to skip and gradually side grade your Premaya Alter over time if you have her. As a newer character, I was really hoping she'd be much better than this, but I guess they don't want people to experience too much power creep. Anyway, what do you think of Premaya ACAS? Like and sub and check out my other vids, you're gonna love them.